165 today. Later, because I'm spending some time with family. Just turn up now. Team of carpenters obviously here finishing off this one. The overhang coming across nicely. The box is now going around the side of the building. A little bit of tension's high because everyone's up against it. So yes, tension's running a little bit high. Sorry, it's a phone call by the way. We've actually now have obviously the overhang on the front. It gets deeper at this side obviously because the beam gets bigger. I'm assuming. And then they're up there at the moment, smocking all of the actual the steel that's been laid down. The sun is brutal today. The sun is absolutely brutal. They're obviously finishing off, these two carpenters are finishing off the hallway. So we can actually get the jacks when they arrive. We've got 80 jacks arriving, so we can continue down here, and we can also jack this all properly as well. So yeah, as you can see, it is a monster. So concrete obviously is Wednesday still, so we've got a couple of days to get all of this sorted. So form workers going down the side of this part once it's done. So this part here will box out and then box along. As you can see, that side piece is quite large. So I'm not too sure what they're going to do on that. I need to have a word where they're going to actually concrete that and then block it and then pour it. But we need to get on that sooner rather than later, that's for sure, or we're pouring one whole beam. So I'll speak to Beckles, who's over there now, find out what his plan is. In here, within reason, is pretty much done. We need to obviously do the line and ensure that the levels are done right and ensure that also the pour upstairs is good. There's also some electrical conduit that's been pulled through by the looks of it. So some conduits that are coming through the walls, as you can see up here as well. That's where the, here would be where the mains unit's going to be on this wall. So we've got mains coming through there. Don't think there's anything else, I think it's just over there at the moment, which obviously is where electrics will be run down over there as well. I assume the rest of it will all be on the wall, obviously, because we're doing a plastered finish in here anyway, so there'll be a cavity of around about sort of 2 to 3 inches. But other than that, let's see where we are here. So in here is obviously, as it was yesterday, we need to pull the lines again, redo the actual ceiling parts in here as well, just to make sure these are all good. I've got to order yet again more timber. More timber. Wish everybody would tell me exactly what they need so I can order it once and I'm good. But instead they don't. Always got to order it in, get it done, and it's, oh, I need another 20, 30 lengths. I'm like, oh, really? I didn't show you the box in here yesterday. Obviously this was undone. I showed you the bed, the living area. Again, as you can see above here, we've got empty boxing up here. So we've got plenty of space above. Not too sure what we'll do with that, but I'm definitely going to keep it open like it is there. So it'll be good to try and utilise it somehow. After when it's pulled, it'll be right down the back as well. So yeah, we're making good progress. We've certainly got a day and a half to get everything nailed, which should give us the time needed. So I can't comment on how intricate it is to try and get the detail on the roof right, because obviously they have to get flows, gutters, and all sorts done. So I definitely need the plumber out sooner rather than later because he's got to do what he's got to do. So I'm going to make sure I call him in a moment because he's got to be coming out and doing that. Obviously if the roof's poured and the gutters aren't taken care of, then we're going to end up having a few issues. Again, in little things like that, there's conduits coming through, the ceilings now, so the electricians have been out and done those. Looks like there's a couple more down here as well. There's one up there. Not too sure if there's any along here. No, that seems to be it. So no other conduits coming down, just the ones over here. Not too sure what that's for actually. Might be feeds from enabling feeds to go up. Obviously we've got the solar element over here, which will go down to the basement. They go through the cavities. You see these there, they will come in through as it should be. But this one's coming into here, so I'm assuming this will be feeding this floor somehow. It's quite a large conduit. We're all good. So 11 o'clock. Let's see how the rest of the day goes. I think the guys are actually focusing on some of the manholes. How's it going, guys? We just had a delivery of blocks. 6-inch blocks and 8-inch blocks. Mainly the 6-inch that's needed. So we can actually crack on with the 6-inch blocks are actually for the grease strap that was just at the front there, which I seem to have extended in size because it was too small. So, and obviously out here, as I showed you just a minute ago, making a bit more progress on the thing over here boarding. So that's finished. So hopefully we can get that done sooner rather than later. It seems to be taking a long time. It's a day, afternoon's work, that one. But anyway, let's see how the rest of the day goes. Okay, so it's 6:30, just helped one of the guys go home with a flat battery. But I thought it'd be worth going in and have a quick look, see if we can actually get anything on flash. So let's have a quick update. I've not been around most of the day. Say goodbye to my mum, back to England. Mum, I hope you have a great trip. Bless your cottons. Okay, let's have a quick look. It's going to be dark, but I'm sure we can see some stuff. So what do we got? We've got a finished off hallway with acros all the way through, which is good. The main house itself inside here, from a formwork on the ceiling point of view, is now complete. Acros all the way through. So I do need to talk to them about whether they poured lines on that. Can't see any lines, but it is dark. But we will need to make sure that the lines have been poured where that's concerned. Acros. Plenty of acros in now, overhang. Near on complete by the looks of things. Actually a bit of space. That does tell me all the wood's gone, unfortunately. Okay, so overhang looking absolutely monstrous. Okay, she's a monster. And obviously you can't see what I'm seeing, so I'm try and see. So we now have 2 lots of jacks. Flash is not very powerful, so do forgive me. So all the way along, and then this beam on the end has been boxed up, and that's going to be poured in one. So it'll be a 4-foot side beam, and again that will house the roof. Can't see anything at the moment, so forgive me. This is all on and bolted. So this is all done all the way around. This was the side that wasn't done. So again, we're all on, we're bolted all the way around, so we should be good to go on that. So we're all good here. I'll get a couple of pieces of ply and lay it on top of my wood over there, so it doesn't get wet. And again, I'm not too sure whether the carpenters again have pulled lines in here as well. So you basically pull lines just to make sure there's no sag. So the main thing, obviously, there's a 40-foot row going right this way, so we need to make sure that there's no sag going lengthways. And we also need to pull a couple of lines across to make sure there's no sag going widthways as well. So, but other than that, all the jacks are in. They're all feeling reasonably tight. Real sag. Again, on the side of the building, grease trap's actually all done. Scaffolding was put down there for not obvious reasons. And then all the formwork is all the way around as well. So, a bit dark to get up on the roof to check that out, but I'm sure the guys on the rebar front have actually done well today as well. Washes all over the floor. Rebar. So the bottom cage has been installed on the steps. So we'll have to rebar that tomorrow. I'm sure they got around to benching a few more of the actual manholes today as well. But again, it's good that that's all in. Again, we've got to pull lines on that to make sure that's all straight. We have one whole day tomorrow now to get through here and make sure that everything that's meant to be done is done right. Not too sure we've got acros here for. I actually ordered 80 today, so maybe that's a surplus. Jacks. Oh, there's a couple laying down over there. Loads of jacks here, Jesus. I thought we wanted 80. It's amazing what they order when they're not paying for it. So they're meant to be every 2 feet. This is clearly not 2 feet, so there's your problem. So they wanted jacks every 2 foot. that is probably every 4 foot, so that's the reason why, but hopefully that's going to be okay with the weight of concrete that's going to be going on there. So I hope they're happy with that. It's a shed load of concrete. I think we have to put a few more in there tomorrow just to make sure we're happy that it's going to take the weight. And there's going to be zero subsidence stroke sagging. It's one thing we're definitely going to need to do. Other than that, I don't think we actually did anything else today. It was really about focusing on, again, perfect example, obviously I haven't pulled lines, otherwise that wouldn't be bent. The electricians have come out and installed their conduit in and around where they think it's going to come out. Again, you've got some boxing that's bolted around here. What the actual guys have done, again, we'll get that round the side. The guys have actually got some of the formwork on to halfway. So halfway around the building, formwork's been done on this side. I'll check the other side in a minute, but I'm pretty sure that all the formwork itself now needs to be done halfway through. So formwork goes to there. And now what we've got to do is now take that all the way along and all the way around the front. So that is the last part left to be done. So we'll get that done tomorrow. Again, we're getting a nice dryness down there now because there's obviously not a lot of rain coming through. We've not had any rain, thank God. But the rain is certainly held off, which has helped us keep the basement dry now the roof's on. So I'm going to move a little bit of ply to protect the wood out here. But other than that, we're done for the day. No point turning it around on me. 1, you don't want to see me. 2, you can't see anything even if you did. So I'll get this all covered up. And then I will film more in the morning. But yeah, so fingers crossed I had a good day today.